What's going on, soldiers? This is XpoZe. I got another gameplay here. It is a carrier domination. I'm playing with XpoZe. We were just screwing around last night and decided to go for gameplays at the same time. I ended up going 63-2 or 63-3, something like that. I get 2 swarms, 2 dogs, 3 VSATs. So it's a pretty good gameplay. As you can see at the start of this video, you saw my new intro. I do hope you guys like that. I think it's the best one I have out of all 3 of them. So if you do like that, you can either toss this video or go to the old one, well, my last one anyways, which is just the intro, and toss it a like, a comment, whatever your opinion is on it. Go for gold. But enough about the gameplay and the intro and XpoZe's dumbass. Let's talk a little bit about what the title says. And that was how gaming has affected me. And it's not exactly what the title says, but I'm pretty much going to tell you guys what gaming has done for me since I've started to now. Not just from like a money standpoint, but just from a personal standpoint, hobby standpoint. So let me start off by like telling you guys, like, back in the day when I started gaming, like I said, I originally started on Doom. I saw my dad playing a game on the computer. He had the joystick, like this was 1993-4. He had the joystick, the keyboard. He was doing everything on the computer. This was like Doom 1-2, like 2D graphics. And I thought that was sick, so I wanted to try it, and I got hooked on it almost instantly. So I played a lot of that when I was younger, and eventually I asked him to pick me up that Nintendo. The regular Nintendo, and I ended up, dude, I killed Duck Hunt. I was probably the best Duck Hunt player to ever live, as well as like the original Marios and all that. I ended up picking up the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, Dreamcast, 64, GameCube. Like I've had every system there was. So I've been gaming for a very long time, and it was one of them situations where I was just like, you know what? I could be out hanging out with my friends, but I really like gaming, so I'm going to kind of chill in today. But then there was other times where I was like, you know what? I'm sick of gaming. Like, I'm going to go out and hang out with my friends. And that still happens to this day. But, like, once the original Xbox came out, that's when I stopped gaming for a little bit. I was like, you know what? Like, my Xbox collected dust for a while. Halo 2 wasn't out at that point. It just collected dust. I never really played. The only time I played was when I was really bored, and it was probably like Max Payne or Spider-Man or something. Then I got this game called Return of Castle Wolfenstein. I only played the campaign at first, and I was like, dude, it's just another boring-ass game. And I started playing online, and I really got into it. At this time, I was still kind of young, so I wouldn't say I didn't know what, like, drinking was or smoking pot or any of that. But at the time, I was too young to even like think about doing it or to even know where like to go for it to get it. So I was still young, and I was just kind of like, you know what? That's like back in the day. Like, I smoke cigarettes. Yes, I shouldn't have smoked cigarettes, but that was back in the day where like you take a drag of a cigarette and you thought you were a badass or something. So I pretty much started gaming a lot just to not really get away from that stuff, but I guess you'd say, addicted to it. There'd be times where family parties would go on, and I would just be gaming the whole time, and I probably shouldn't have been. I probably should have been at some of those family parties. But it really, I wouldn't say took control of my life, but I was gaming all the time. So there was a good point of that where it kind of affected my grades, and anybody watching this video or anybody who's a hardcore gamer knows that they've been in that situation where it's either affected their grades or there was just times where they just didn't want to get off the game. They know they should go to sleep, but they stayed on longer than they should have. Or they know they should be doing their homework, but instead they continue to game. So in that standpoint, that's the only negative I've had from it. But other than that, a lot of my friends support me. I mean, my family could support me a little bit more. I mean, it's one of them things where it's a hobby. It's a hobby, and no matter what anybody says about it, you have to do it for you. You don't game because you want people to think you're cool, do you? You game because you enjoy it, and that's how it should be. Then that's how it should stay. So that's the reason why I game, and the only negative was the whole grades. The positive, the amount of people I have met, the amount of time I put into this game just to like, it really shows that I can put dedication into something, something that I even enjoy, and be able to be successful at it. The amount of money I've won off of it. It's been a little bit since I've won a substantial amount of money, but back in the day, the amount of money I've won off of it. And not to mention, like, I love making YouTube videos. Like, it's really enjoyable for me. I love to see people's comments, people's thoughts on my gameplays. I love to stream. I haven't been doing that a lot lately, but I love to stream. So, like, it's just, it fascinates me that I could sit, play my games, and you can watch exactly what I'm doing live as if you were sitting in my room. I think that's awesome. And I think that's one of the coolest things about the whole gaming. But yeah, I've met a lot of great people. I've made quite a bit of money off of it, and in all honesty, the best part about it is it's kept me out of trouble. Knowing me, I have a very addictive mind state and personality. So me going outside, and I know, like I still go out and hang out with friends, and I know I have the personal will and or what you I don't know what you would say. But, like, if I was offered, like, here, why don't you smoke this crack? Like, I know I would say no. But at the same time, like, I have a very addictive personality, so I know that if any of those situations ever came up and for some reason I decided to say yes, it could really hurt me. Or I could be just put in the wrong place at the wrong time, and next thing you know, I could be getting in trouble with the law. And I know that could happen anywhere. I know it could happen at any time. Gaming isn't your only way of stopping that from happening. But in my city, it's a small city. It's not like hardcore, like you go around, you could get shot. Like, it's not like anything like that. But there's a lot of drugs, there's a lot of partying, and there's a lot of bad scenarios that you don't want to be in. So when I experienced some of those scenarios, never got in trouble, thank God. But as I experienced them, I decided that, you know what, I don't want to be in these situations anymore. And gaming was my outlet. That was my excuse for not going out and going into those situations. Or just not going out as much, I guess you'd say. So that really is the main reason why, other than enjoying it, I game. Is because it does keep me out of trouble. Like, I have a lot of close friends that have gotten put into their slumps. And you know what, it's no offense to any of them. I'm not dissing any of them. Everybody has their problems. Everybody makes their mistakes, and that's understandable. And that's always going to be how it is for the rest of the time. But at the same time, if I can stop myself from making those mistakes and I can learn from them, and I could possibly give you guys the message of, hey, gaming is one outlet. Another thing that is exactly like gaming to stop yourself from getting in those situations is sports. You don't even need to play sports. Just become a fan of sports. Like, watch sports constantly, go to games constantly. Like, I know it's going to be pricey, but I'm saying, like, any type of hobby like that, or like a productive hobby, will keep you out of trouble in almost all standpoints. I can't see very many situations where it wouldn't keep you out of trouble. I was a big sports guy, so, I mean, that helped me as well. But, again, gaming is, I guess you'd say, my drug of choice. I'm sorry for this little lecture type thing that I gave you guys. I wasn't expecting to go into that, but that's what happens when you get out of topic and you just keep rambling on, I guess you'd say. But yeah, so if you like to game, don't let anybody tell you to stop. Do what you want to do because you want to do it, not anybody else. That's going to be it for this commentary, guys. I hope this gave you guys some piece of advice, or if you guys enjoyed it, please toss it a like and share it, whether it's retweeting me or posting on Twitter, whatever it is. Thanks, guys. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Peace.